Howdy, y'all. This is me testing my Blue Yeti mic that I just bought recently. And today we're doing Fallout, and I'm kind of finishing up on the last of my settlements in Fallout, and I really need to WD-40 the shit out of this chair that I'm sitting in because it is squeaky as fuck. But anyways, so yeah, right now I'm in Nordhagen, if you guys did not know that, so Nordhagen Beach. I actually haven't been to Libertalia in this playthrough, which is kind of interesting, but yeah, a little bit of backstory on my current survival of the what is it? Survival of the fittest playthrough. Um, Sorry about the sniffles. My allergies are killing me today. But my survival of the fittest playthrough game save is beyond screwed because of all the mods that I used. And what I mean by all the mods that I've used, it's actually a select few. It was the extra large nukes mod. I don't know who the author is, but you can find it when you search for it on the Xbox Live. Um, what else was there? And I think also the unlimited settlement build mod kind of screwed it up too, because right now I'm stuck on a particular main storyline quest that I cannot complete because it does not give me the option to build the teleportation device when I should be able to. And I think that's because of the unlimited settlement mod that might have screwed it up. Now, I haven't confirmed that. That's just supposition on my on my part. But, yeah, so what I'm going to do is I've developed a workaround, and I'm just going to start a new game save and just kind of start off where I am level-wise, like in terms of my character build, which you can see here. I'm a level 134, and not all of my specials maxed out. Obviously, luck I could give a crap about. Perception, I don't care anything past level 8, and then everything else is, for the most part, maxed out somewhat. And, you know, I got a bunch of these leveled up, not all the way. So what I'm probably going to do is just, I have a cheat thing mod where it is cheat terminal. Yep, so, cheats, or no, specials and perks, yeah, then you can adjust it basically in there, in that menu, which I'll just start a new game save, progress through the main quest lines, get to where I need to be, and that'll be it. So, it's going to be a pain in the ass, but what else can I do? But anyway, so this video is mostly to test out my mic, see what I sound like. Probably going to play this for myself later. I don't know whether or not I'm going to upload this to YouTube. I just might. And we shall see where to go from there. Also, I won't strictly be exclusively using this mic for Fallout. I might also use it for some of my recordings for Adventures in Oversquatch, which is my Overwatch series. I almost said Oversquatch again. It's funny, I have a story for that. The reason why I named it Adventures in Oversquatch is because the guy who sold me the game at GameStop was like, yeah, I hated Oversquatch, and that's what he was derisively calling it, so, or derisively, however the hell you say that word. But anyways,
Can't remember the last.
he was making fun of the game while he was selling it to me, and I was like, well, that bodes well. But, anyways, yeah, Nordhagen, I called it, but, you know, that's kind of the thing about my little mini-series I'm going to be doing, Kovzar's Settlement Showcase. I have an infection, what the fuck? I don't know. I regen health anyway, so who gives a shit. But anyways, I'm going to be doing a mini-series to kind of take the place temporarily for my Survival of the Fittest. I have a huge backlog of Survival of the Fittest stuff I need to upload anyways, so I'm going to be burning through that, and then while I'm doing that, I'm going to kind of do this as supplementary episodes as well as the remaining unuploaded Survival of the Fittest videos. So yeah, this is it isn't really finished yet, although it's probably about 95% complete. This is my Nordhaven settlement. So, you know, you got the little powerhouse there. I got the original settlement house here. I got the fortress there. And on the coastline are thousands and thousands of water purifiers. I know it looks, well, not really. I mean, it doesn't really look impressive. It's somewhat heavily fortified. I got a ton of laser turrets everywhere. Libertalia's over there. And ironically, this is kind of the least defended side, with laser turrets here. But I figure with the fortress over there covering the bridge that leads to the racing downs where all the raiders and robots live, it can also double as defense for anything coming from there or from Fort Strong. And now that I think about it, I'm kind of regretting having not recorded the Kavzar Settlement Showcase videos without commentary, because then I can kind of give you a kind of a, you know, commentary, you know, play-by-play of why I did what I did for each of my settlements. But you can kind of just, you know, visualize it. And I like to think tactically when I build my settlements, like, you know, that's a choke point, the bridge. You figure most things, with the exception of mirelurks and, you know, a few other critters, they don't go through the waters because the waters are irradiated. So humans, it's kind of a natural barrier to have waterways. They're less likely to come through here. I mean, they will pick up rads, but it's not enough to kill them. So it's just kind of a, you know, make you think twice kind of measure. The walls obviously keep stuff out. I didn't build a gate here. Some of my settlements have gates, and most of the big time settlements that I really like have the vault doors, which I love that from the DLC. Thank you for that, Bethesda. But yeah, you'll notice the fortress has a bunch of rocket launchers on top. This is kind of a vanilla settlement of mine. There are some mods at work here, like I think all of my settlements have mods, because of the fact that I have the build anywhere mod where I can build in red zones, the extended borders mods where I can build beyond the borders, but I don't necessarily like doing that. I kind of like having the borders, but I just like having the option, especially with regards to me being able to clear some of the crap that's beyond the borders, like brush and debris and junk cars and all that kind of stuff. So you'll notice it gives me kind of a clear line of sight to anything approaching my settlement, which is nice. So, yes, I know I have an infection. Screw you. Filthy beds. But, anyways. So, like I said, the main quest line I'm on right now is the molecular level. Build the reflector platform, which I can't because the option isn't there for whatever psychotic reason. So, I think I glitched the game severely because of the mods. And also, half the time when I load up my game save, it will tell me the save is corrupted, so that's definitely indicative of me over-modding overzealously, which I kind of figured might happen in Tokyo. You did predict this, so for those of you who don't know, Tokyo is a friend of mine who's a old-timer Fallout fan. So, anyways. And I'm just going to kind of walk around and narrate, and even though this is my Alexandra playthrough, I'm going to go ahead and get into character, because the next playthrough I want to do in Fallout is going to be my joke playthrough. Like this playthrough, Alexandra is the silent protagonist, and she's super serious and stuff like that. So, you know, it's kind of, she's like the badass, dreadlocked, she don't take no shit from nobody kind of character. Well, my next playthrough, I'm going to have all the goofy mods. Like, I got all the serious mods and stuff. I got all the power armor mods. I'm just going to throw you a couple of mods I got turned on right now. So, you know, just got to load up the mods real quick. You know, just, there we go. And actually, I'm going to test this one later on in the video, actually, with any luck, which right now I'm at the 8-minute mark, so got to hurry up. These are performance-enhancing mods for the Xbox One, which is what I play on. The Xbox One is abysmal when compared to PCs and to the PlayStation 4, which is, this is, you know, this isn't anything new. This isn't news to me or anybody else for that matter. This is actually kind of indicative of, I'm getting out of gaming, just to let you guys know that I bought an Xbox One under the auspice that I was going to be playing Mirror's Edge Catalyst, Fallout 4, Doom, the brand new Doom, which I haven't recorded any gameplay footage for that yet, but I might go back and do that, just kind of a quick playthrough for the campaign. I think the multiplayer aspect's kind of stupid, to be honest, but I do love Doom because that is one of the first, if not the first video game I've ever played, was the original Doom back in the day on my cousin's computer in the early 90s. And so, yeah, and a couple of the games I got a stack right in front of me right here. Warhammer Vermintide, Overwatch, what else? Overwatch I got because my friend convinced me to get. I wasn't really too keen on that. Oh, and the Master Chief Collection, which I love the remastered Halo 2, which I regard Halo 2 as one of the best games I've ever played. But anyways, so here are some of the other mods. The Visible Galaxy, which that's badass at night. Darker Nights makes it more realistic. Vivid Waters makes it more realistic. Glowing Animals, that one's kind of weird. I mean, it does work, but it's just kind of weird. I might consider turning that off. Enhanced Blood Textures is pretty cool. Moribund World, I've tested it, but I haven't really used it in any of my videos. It's actually a pretty cool mod. I would recommend that one. Having it on all the time, though, not entirely sure that's a good idea for the Xbox because I don't know if it causes frame rate issues because it seems like a fairly heavy duty mod in terms of changing the graphics a little bit for the weather patterns, which I don't know. I haven't really tested at heavy duty, so pretty good mod. I would recommend it. NPCs travel. This is what I currently use to have a lot more NPCs wandering around, more enemies, synths, super mutants, ghouls, stuff like that, so I can level up a little bit faster. Makes the game more realistic because there's more crap to be fearful of in the wasteland rather than just wandering around empty wastes, which is kind of the vanilla part of the game, which makes the game really boring. In the survival playthrough, I figured also makes it more realistic because you're more apt to come across people and be threatened. I'm actually really glad I did the survival playthrough because it made me explore the map more than fast traveling ordinarily kind of hinders. And I came across way more side quests than I did in this playthrough than I did in my first one, so I'm really grateful for that. Cheat Terminal does all kinds of crazy stuff. God mode, infinite ammo, infinite carry weight, infinite AP, easy lockpicking, one-shot kills, blah, blah, blah. That's the one I think that allows me to edit my skill trees, which I'm going to need. Spawn items if I want to have a ton of caps, a ton of junk items so I can build stuff in settlements, so I can, workbench my weapons, all that kind of stuff. More map markers I really like. That's kind of the thing for me is for my survival mode is that a lot of the mods are just like little detail mods that I absolutely just enjoy, and it makes the game so much more realistic and immersive. Is the more map markers. So there's unmarked locations that would, not all of them, but a good chunk of them. This guy's done a pretty good job, but there are a couple of other unmarked locations that don't have map markers. Like I found like some random little hovel next to Sanctuary that I didn't even know was there, like a little raider house, and there's a raider actually living there. It's like not too far away from Sanctuary, that still does not have a map marker. It's an unmarked location, but this guy's done a pretty good job. As you can see, there's all the ones you can find. I really have to thank this guy. Which it sucks when you go to this menu, you can't see who the hell a publisher was for this. For the console version of the mod, but he did Carhenge, which if you know where Carhenge is, it's near Happy Tidings, or was it Happy Sunshine Tidings Co-op, which is in the western part of the Commonwealth, and there's a super mutant behemoth that lives there. If you kill him, he doesn't really spawn anymore, but again, NPCs travel. I can have super mutant behemoths wandering around the Commonwealth, which is actually pretty cool. Got a bunch of power armor mods. Construction power armor, Tumba Jumba. Oh, okay, there you go. See, you got to put your name in the title. But yeah, Tumba Jumba's power armor that comes with 2 different kinds, which is pretty cool. I actually really like that mod. Liberty Prime power armor, badass mod. Really got to say thank you for that one. The armor of the storyteller. That one's actually pretty cool, although I don't use it that much. I don't really use any power armors, to be honest, but that one's cool because it recharges your fusion core if you're in sunlight, if you get certain mods to that power armor. The Elder Scrolls Skyrim power armor, which you can decorate it with Deathclaw giblets. Badass mod. Very, very nice. Thank you. Although it was a kind of a pain in the ass to get all the Deathclaw parts. I needed to customize it in the early game, so it's more of a late game kind of thing. Submersible power armor mod. This is probably one of my most favorite ones, just aesthetically speaking. You get 3 different kinds of power armors that are based on the Big Daddies from BioShock. I have BioShock 1... 2 and Infinite. I've only played 1. 2 is still in my backlog for my 360, which I have collecting dust next to me. And I haven't played Infinite yet because it was a free with gold game that I got on my 360, so that was a long-ass time ago. See-through scopes, a lot of, like I said, a lot of little detail mods. Alert carry, so that means when you have your weapon out, it's not sticking straight out, but it's, you have it kind of, against your chest, kind of thing. What is this? Power armor HUD, no transparent. God, I love that one. Change the power armor. And if it, these 2 together work really good. Makes it so realistic. Targeting HUD and Berry Mentat, so that means you can kind of differentiate between friend, foe, and corpses. Shadow Scarf, this has saved my ass because of the fact that my player character has giblets sticking out of her face because of that dumbass extra large nukes mod that fucked over my game save. So this one has been able to allow me to continue playing, albeit in a limited capacity. The Railroad Agent outfit and the Steampunk Gunslinger outfits, very cool mods. I would recommend these for anybody, but I use them because I don't like using power armor. in this game because it's kind of clunky and stuff, and it feels like you're in a freight train half the time. But, you know, I kind of like these. These are kind of cool. And you could put, you know, armor pieces over them that you find in the wasteland. Elusive Man eye pack. I used the Elusive Man eye pack for my player character. I made him green for Alexandra. But, not like you can tell anymore because I hide her face with glasses and, like I said, the shadow scarf. Oh, God, my allergies. Whew. Skeleton key, locksmith. You can lock your doors. You don't need one or the other. You can use either or. This one unlocks anything, or most things. There's a couple of doors I came across that you can't unlock, which is pretty peculiar. But this guy was pretty thorough with his mods, so good job on that one. Key Nuker. This one, not exactly sure. Like, it was a hugely popular mod when the mods first came out for the consoles, for the Xbox, because I don't... Yeah, the Xbox came out way before the PlayStation 4 mods came out. But this one, I'm not exactly sure what it does, although it was highly recommended just to kind of clean up the clutter of your inventory. So that's why I use it. Lever action shotgun. This is basically a weapon mod that turns the lever action rifle from Far Harbor. It has a shotgun adaptation for it, so it's really good. Minigun rebalance. There's a lot of minigun mods out there. Because if you've played survival mode, you'll notice that heavy weapons do jack shit to most stuff when you get to higher levels, which is kind of retarded and not realistic. And even then, even with this mod, with this minigun rebalance mod, even then, like, because of that other mod that I have, the Wandering NPCs mod, I'll come across like groups of 3 or 4 super mutant warlords at a time, and those guys are bullet sponges even with this mod. So without it, you're just guaranteed to die when you fight groups like that. So I highly recommend this one. I currently use, I don't think I use the 50 cal receiver. I think I just used a stock 5mm receiver, but the one that just ups the fire rate like crazy and that makes the recoil like way worse, but it's totally realistic, and I love it just because of that aspect. It's more realistic. But you'll notice in the description it says 5mm, 5.56, and 50 cal, which you know, you have options. So and it's, of course, it's damage based. So, you know, 5.56 is better damage than 5mm. 50 cal is better than that. And then micro missile receiver, which I haven't tested that yet because I don't know if I have access to that. Kind of a weird weapon mod, but anyways, 10mm carbine. So you got like custom weapons like that. I actually started using this one fairly recently. It was fairly late that I started using that. I don't know where is that? Desert Eagle. There it is. Okay, yeah, I probably should have them clustered together. So there's the 10mm carbine, and there's the SMG from Fallout 3 that comes back. So I have to really thank you for that because I really love that gun in Fallout 3. Yes, I'm a Fallout 3 fan, and no, I do not like Vegas. I know that is an opinion that gets you a lot of flack from the community, and a lot of my good friends that I've you know, had over the years, gamer friends that are old school Fallout people, will, you know, chastise me for it. But whatever, I liked Fallout 3. That was my entry into the series. Which, to be honest, growing up, I had never heard of Fallout. You know, I was a PC gamer growing up, somewhat, not to a crazy extent, but you know, I played StarCraft a ton, and I had never heard of Fallout, you know, and it was a huge PC game back then, and everybody knew about it, apparently, you know, all my other friends. So, my entry into the series was 3. That whole 3 versus New Vegas thing is a topic for another video, because I don't necessarily hate New Vegas, but there are a lot of gripes that I have personally for it. Saw blade launcher. It's a repurposed laser musket that shoots saw blades. Badass mod, although it's a little bit weak on the damage side for survival mode because it takes about 3 or 4 shots. I'd like it to take at least 1, like to decapitate people, but whatever. Arc welder. It's basically a repurposed minigun that shoots lightning at people. Very badass, very realistic. Great sound effects, all that stuff. Desert Eagle, probably my most favorite mod out of them all that you can have, and it's great for early game stuff because you can insta-kill most stuff with it. The Avenger, I have it turned off. It's kind of a crazy mod. I will probably utilize that during my Kenny Rogers playthrough. Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to turn that one off because that one makes the game fucking insane on survival mode because every enemy has an anti-tank rifle and it kills you in 1 hit. Companion infinite ammo. I know it's not realistic, but it's just one less thing I have to worry about in survival mode because companions should already have that base game. I'm sorry. That is something that needs to be addressed. Bethesda. Settlement tweaks. This one's kind of a mod that I'm using to replace several other mods for settlements. What is it? And you can, yeah, there's a link there that you can see what it changes and all that stuff. But I mean, because the original 3 mods I was using for settlements was unlimited build capacity, extended borders, and I always forget the fucking third one. What was the third one? It should be somewhere in the list. Yeah, so place anywhere, yeah, so build anywhere. So I was using that, settlement borders, extended, and unlimited build, which, as you'll notice, is blank because I think it's been deleted from being available on consoles, and rightly so, because I'm fairly certain that's what caused my game save fuck up. And here's the replacement I'm going to be using, with any luck, when I try to rectify this in my next profile, my next game save, to continue my Survival of the Fittest series. Now, anyways, Nuka filling machine, I don't really use that anymore. I'm probably going to delete that. You can take empty Nuka Cola bottles and fill them up with Nuka Cola. It's a cool idea, but it's 2 MBs, and I'd like the space for some other shit, so... Anyways, Looks Mirror, you can put it anywhere. It's a new furniture item, which, to be honest, I don't know why that's not in the base game. This is my bed. You have your own personalized bed, so that way settlers don't take it, which I think is a great mod. Dauntless and the Crypt. The Crypt is a pretty decent mod. I don't use it. Dauntless is a badass mod. Glowtopia, we'll get to that later. Anyways, blah, blah, blah. Ponytail. Yeah, hairstyles. This is the mod I used to get my player character to have dreadlocks, which I love dreadlocks on Alexandra. Better Merv. I can shoot 16 mini nukes at people. You're dead. Anyways, these are all the other mods I have that are turned off, so yeah. The Kenny Rogers mods are probably going to be these 3 that allow me to change the sound effects for certain weapons. Like, I can make my rocket launcher sound like Peter Griffin. I can make the Goth rifle sound like Quagmire going giggity giggity goo. And that one makes the Fat Man scream out John Cena and the trumpets and shit like that. So, that's pretty much it. I'm trying to get back to Diamond City right now. And, let's see, that is a long goddamn ways away, and I can't sprint because I'm over-encumbered like a mother. Yeah, all this crap. That is a lot of crap. Oh, it's mostly because of that. 16,000 purified waters, which, the mod I have for that is I have the settlement cap for, items, you know, like your settlers, collect enough scrap, collect enough bottle caps, purify waters, food, all that stuff, and it caps out at a certain point. Yeah, I got rid of that with a mod, so that's why I went to one settlement and they had like 13,000. I went to another settlement, they had like another 2. So, yeah. Pretty crazy stuff. But, so what I'm going to try and do is go back to Diamond City, deposit all this crap. And, that's it. And I'm probably going to start uploading today all of my, like the remaining Survival of the Fittest videos that I have on my computer. Like I said, huge backlog. I got like, I think 30 videos that I haven't uploaded yet, let alone published on YouTube. And then after that, I'm going to start uploading the Kavzar Settlement Showcase videos. And there's one in particular that I really want to showcase, but I don't know what order to put it in. I don't know if I wanted to have it as the first or as the last. I'll probably do it as the first because it is a homage, one of several that I have for my videos, to my Warhammer buddies and to Warhammer Fantasy in general. So, yeah, and you'll be seeing it hopefully fairly soon. But, yeah, it's just me wandering around the Commonwealth. The weapons I currently have are, like I said, this is a modded minigun where the fire rate's better. Damage is a little bit better than the stock game's receivers for the 5mm. And, of course, I have a 10mm carbine, and I called it the Hedgehog because it's a legendary that shoots really fast and reloads really fast. And so you gotta go fast. And yes, I know that is a cancerous meme, but I don't care. It was funny. I usually have a bunch of stupid names for my guns. When we get back to Diamond City... Hi! You must be friendly! Nope, you're dead. And then you'll notice the frame rate plummets in the downtown area because, like I said, Xbox One sucks ass. Thank you, Microsoft. Actually, you know what? Fuck this.
Playing games with me, huh?
You're dead. Boop, 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 boop. Razor veteran. Can't fucking tell where you are because you're all over the place because the frame rate's shit. Revolutionary sword. Never take a sword to a minigun fight. You're dead now. Ooh, that was brutal. Jesus, how many... What is this, a raider factory? Oh, God. Behind me. Where's that coming from? Oh, there you are. Stupid wanker. You don't want none of this. Think that tank top's cutting off the circulation of your brain. What? Anyways, I tested out the Avenger mod. I had to fight through a horde, literally a horde of Deathclaws to get it. So I would recommend people just to kind of test it out and screw with it a little bit. I don't actually recommend actively using it because the gun looks kind of goofy because it looks sparkly clean, even though it's been sitting out in the glowing sea for 200 years. You know, covered in Deathclaw shit. It looks, you know, pristine. So, not exactly sure why that is, but whatever. I thought it was a cool mod. Super powerful, super high fire rate. It had 750 rounds in a clip, which I thought was fairly impressive. But, oh, and it had a laser pointer, which was kind of cool. So, made aiming a little bit easier. But, yeah. I turned it off, so, you know, whatever. It's what happens. I'll probably use it in my Kenny Rogers playthrough just to screw around and, you know, stuff like that. All my crazy antics. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Oh, God. Leave me alone. Frame rate. Horrible frame rate. Get out of my face. Leave me alone. Wait, did you just switch weapons? I never knew that.
Excellent.
Berserker Super Sledge. Does more damage to lower your armor resistance. That's actually kind of cool. Anyways, that's weird. They're muting everybody. So yeah, you'll see the meat giblets when I crouch because of the fucking fucked up game save. Thanks for that. By the way, giblets in my character. Where do I go from here? Trying to get back to Diamond City. Get away from downtown. And that reminds me, Nitra, or whatever your name is, for the mods for the improvement of the frame rate. I have to thank you for that because it does help a little bit in most areas. I'm not sure whether or not they're working now. I might have to turn them on and off again because they were working really well for a while, but then it kind of, like I have them on right now, but it doesn't look like they're working like they used to. Maybe it's the introduction of other mods that are screwing with it. I don't know. But, yeah, like when you're out in the wilderness, it almost hits the 60 FPS mark, which is fairly impressive. Here, obviously it plummets because of all the buildings and shadows and shit that have to render. There is a video floating around on YouTube that describes the nuclear option, so to speak, for the Xbox One players, that if you get an SSD external hard drive, solid state drive, external hard drive, research this because I have. It's really interesting. It is really expensive. I'm looking at a 2 terabyte one right now that is like $700 on Amazon, and that will be hopefully a helpful fix to the frame rate issue on the Xbox One. And I need more storage space anyways because I have a 3 terabyte external hard drive already, HDD, that I use just to store all my videos and music and pictures and shit. You know, my digital hoarding. That I have, and I think it's like less than a third. It should be significantly less than a third, to be honest, taken up. But I will need, you know, I'm planning ahead. I will need extra storage space in the future. So, 2 terabyte SSD. Whoa. What was that? Oh god. The Chinese are back. Oh god. But anyways, so yeah, so all the Xbox players out there, I know there's not really a community of people. You know, like the PC community is, like, really close-knit, and, you know, it's just, consoles have been like that for a while now, you know, and it's in large part to the fact that... Are these guys broken, or are these... Oh, shit, these are gunners. Yeah, you take that shit the fuck away from Diamond City, please. Yeah, there's like no sense of community anymore on consoles, and it's because, in large part, they've... Whoa, that guy is cloaked, man. I just noticed that. I'd really like some help from Diamond City Security, but I think this is a little bit over their heads. Got red on you, boy. Yeah, that stealth boy don't do shit no more. Mercs, yeah, that's from the NPC mod. Nice. Dead-eye automatic combo. Ooh, very nice. Carbine. Take that, thank you very much. Alright, here. I will be taking that anti-power armor. Oh, shit. This is what I'm talking about. Super Mutant Warlords. Perfect demonstration. And you'll notice, I'm not doing jack shit for damage, and they're ripping through my health. So, time to get the hell out of here. Because I have not saved in a while, and I am not about to do this trek all over again. Heal a little faster, please. Oh god. No, 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 no. They'll probably spawn behind me when I get in here, because that's happened before. But anyways, so yeah, no sense of community for the Xbox anymore. They, by and large, killed the modding community and or the creative aspect. Because I remember back on the original Xbox and Halo 2, people were coming up with all sorts of crazy ideas for their own custom games that eventually got incorporated into these series, like zombies. Yeah, if you're a Halo 3 bandwagoner that got onto the series because of that shit-tacular game, you have Halo 2 fans to thank. Oh god, see, I told you they spawned behind me. Oh god. Oh god. Diamond City Security's gonna have their hands full. And you'll notice that they just ripped through my health just now. Yeah, I don't know why you're just standing there, lady, because you're going to want to move. Oh, God. No. No. See, this is what I'm talking about. Probably should turn that mod off at some point. They just killed Takahashi? Or wait, no, he's essential, so I don't think you can kill him. But anyways, yeah, just not a fan of what gaming's turned into these days. Oh my god. No. Nothing can kill these people. Nothing can kill them. This is why you shut the gate, guys. Is that Takahashi taking them all on? That'd be hilarious if that noodle chef killed him. Okay, that's enough of your crap. There's one of them down. Oh, he's the one doing all the damage. I think he has one of those modded weapons, the WH Mark 22 or whatever the hell it is. It's basically it's a more powerful version of the minigun. It's like one of those turrets you find in like a Hummer, you know, in the military. It's actually a pretty badass mod to believe it because the sound effects are pretty cool for it. Where's the third one? Well, I guess they're dead and they left a huge wake of crap here. They look strong. Okay, but anyways, I'm probably gonna wrap this video up pretty soon because I don't want to do any spoilers for my Diamond City home. But thank you all for watching. I know this is a fairly long video. Actually, no, it's about average. Oh, they killed Paulie. Paulie, no. Where am I gonna get my frickin' weird wasteland meat from now? Oh man. Oh, whatever. I never go to her anyways. Alright guys, see you later. Thanks for the views, and like, share, comment, subscribe, all that junk. And here's to a bright future with my Blue Yeti mic. Thank you all for watching.